Good evening. With permission of friends old and new. Tonight, we continue in our journey through Pirkei Avot, and we complete the second parak of learning every single night a different Mishnah in Avot. And tonight the Mishnah begins, Rabbi Tarfon Omer, Hayom Katzar, or Hayom Kotzer. The day is narrow, it's short. והמלאכה מרובה, and the work, it's very hard. והפואלים עצלים, and the workers, they're lazy. והשכר הרבה, and the reward is great. ובעל דוחק, and the בעל, he's pushing. Oh, he's always pushing the בעל. But the next Mishnah, also from Rabbi Tarfon, the last Mishnah in the second parak goes as follows. He used to say, Lo עליך המלאכה לגמור, ולא אתה בן חורין. The work is not up to you to finish. ולא אתה בן חורין להבטל ממנה. And it is not, and you are not free to nullify it. If you learned a lot of Torah, it will give you a lot of reward. And always believe that the Balabais, the owner, he will repay whatever is due and it is owing to you. And know that the schar of tzaddikim of the righteous is in the world to come. Rabbi Tarfon Omer, Rabbi Tarfon says, Hayom Katzer, the day is short. והמלאכה מרובה, and the work is very hard, or there's a lot of work. והפואלים עצלים, and the workers, they're really lazy. והשכר ובעל דוחק. Rabbi Tarfon was a contemporary of Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai. And thus, even though we were discussing the Chamisha Talmidim of Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai, here we come in the end of Mishnah, we end the parak, the second parak of Avos, with Rabbi Tarfon, who is a contemporary. Maybe you may want to say, even though he wasn't the Av Bezdin and he wasn't the head of Klal Yisrael, nevertheless, his cheshivas was no less. Rabbi Tarfon is very famous for many, many things, and many sayings, and many dictums, and many maxims, and many halachas. But of all the fame from all of the Torah and halachas, he acquired a distinct fame for the actions that he took vis-a-vis his mother. Once his mother's sandal strings broke, and she could not walk in the street. So Rabbi Tarfon placed his hands under the feet of his mother so that she could walk in the streets. And another instance of Rabbi Tarfon's keeping aim is once when his mother needed to get to bed, he bent over so that she could climb on his back and then step into bed comfortably. Hayom Katzer. The day is strong, the day is narrow, the day is short. And I posit the following. The day is short. The day is short if you don't mechabed your parents. Because what is the reward for kibbud of aim? Leman yarichun yamecha. Kabed es avicha ve'ezimecha leman yarichun yamecha comes along Rabbi Tarfon, and Rabbi Tarfon says, Hayom Katzer. And what is Rabbi Tarfon known for? Kibbud of aim. Leman yarichun es yamecha. Don't waste your time. Rav Shlomo Kluger suggests that the first statement of this particular Mishnah of Rabbi Tarfon, Hayom Katzer, the day is short, is basically the argument of the Yetzer Hara against observance of mitzvahs. Why fulfill mitzvahs altogether? There is insufficient time to perform all the mitzvahs. V'hamlaacha marbeh. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of mitzvahs. And besides, there are too many to fulfill. Maybe do nothing. V'hapoolim atzelim. And the workers are very lazy. Why start a process that cannot be completed? Why attempt? Why even try? Some mitzvahs are more important than others. Just concentrate on those few big-time mitzvahs, the big rewards. Only the important ones. If Hashem wanted us to do mitzvahs, He, the Ribono Shel Olam, He'd help us to observe them. If Hashem does not initiate help, then why should we bother? When He couldn't be bothered. And without His help, we won't succeed anyway. Rav Shlomo Kluger says, to this argument of the Yetzer Hara, היום קוצר והפואלים עצלים, that the day is short and the workers are lazy, Rab Tarfon responds, לא עליך, לא עליך המלאכה לגמור. You're not expected to complete the task. It matters not whether the goal is large or small, whether there are a lot or a little mitzvahs. Man is rewarded for his effort. The struggle, the attempt, the fact, הפואלים עצלים, that the workers are lazy, others are lazy. They're not doing anything. Look at that guy. That can't be an excuse. Because as Rabbi Tarfon says, V'lo ato ben chorim lihibatel mimenu. You're not free to withdraw from it. You're required to perform your obligations even though others are not performing their obligations. You can't say that because that guy's a balanerek, because that guy's an eitzel, because that guy's a letz, that guy's not doing anything. I saw that rabbi doing something, and why should I be any different? No. It's on you. And not on Yenim. Remember my word, Hineni? It's on me, not the next guy. Not tomorrow, right now. Hayom kotzer. The day is short. What does that mean? Live every single day as if it's the day you're going to die. And this way, in this manner, you'll live life to its filth. Chazal tell us about the lives of many of our great historical figures, our patriarchs, our avos and melachim, and others. For example, the Avraham v'Sara zekenim bo'im, bayomim, and they were old bayomim in their days. V'Avram zokein bo bayomim, and Avram was old in his days. V'Eila shemnei chayei Avram, and these are the days of the life of Avram. V'yu yemei Yitzchak zokein v'seva yomim. Vayechi Yaakov, vayikrevu yemei Yisrael, and the day of his death came near. V'Yoshua zokein bo bayomim, the same exact lashon that we just stated. V'hamelech David zokein bo bayomim, and the King David also zokein bo bayomim. The focus is upon the lives, the days of the lives of these patriarchs and these melachim and these leaders of Klal Yisrael. It's not on the years, it's on the day. Fulfill each day. Hayom katzer v'hamlach mרובה. The day is short and the work is hard and the work is a lot. The Medrash in Vayikra Rabbah tells us that when Moshe Rabbeinu went up to Shemayim, when he went up on Sinai, he learned Yomam v'Layla Lo Yishbosu. He didn't sleep one moment. And what did he learn up there? So in Vayikra Rabbah it tells us the following: Mikra, Mishnah, Torah, Mishnah, Halachas, Talmud, Gemara, Tosfos, Agodos, Ve'afilu, Mashatalmid Vosik, Osid Loimar Lifnei Rabo. And even something that a Talmud, a student, would say to his Rebbe in some future day, Kulo nemru leMoshe b'Sinai. All of it was spoken and all of it was given to Moshe at Sinai. Comes along the Ibn Ezra on the last days of Moshe Rabbeinu's life, and he says, Kol ma shi'adati, Moshe Rabbeinu says, everything that I knew, v'ro'isi, and everything that I said, zu rak hu'aschala. This is just the beginning. It's just a drop in the ocean. And if you see a drop in the ocean and the wave crashes over it, what happens to that drop? It gets swallowed up, becomes fungible with the rest of the information of the Torah. To this, Rabbi Tarfon says, Lo alecha hamlaacha legmor. It's not up to you to finish it. 33 centuries approximately have elapsed since the Torah was revealed at Sinai. Can anyone, any single mind now master Kol HaTorah Kula, all the volumes that have been published since then, and the volume of Torah that exists? Lo alecha hamlaacha legmor. It's not up to you to complete it. Really, my father says? Rabbi Yaakov Simcha Cohen Zatzal asks the following shaila. Don't we have a principle? Hamaschil b'mitzvah omrim lo yigmor. That a person who begins a mitzvah, we tell him finish it. Yes. But one needs to distinguish between the performance of mitzvahs and limud Torah. Since it is impossible to master all aspects of Torah, one is not expected to complete all there is to learn. But when it comes to the performance of mitzvahs, you must conclude that which you initiated. Mitzvahs nikros al shem goimroi. Mitzvahs are called on its completion. What better example than we have of Moshe Rabbeinu and Klal Yisrael? When Klal Yisrael was busy dealing with the booty and the treasure of Mitzrayim, what was Moshe Rabbeinu busying himself with? Vayikach Moshe es atzmos Yosef. And Moshe was busy resurrecting the bones of Yosef from the Nile where they had been buried, in order to fulfill the promise that Yosef made his brothers swear that he would not be ultimately buried in Mitzrayim, but rather in Eretz Yisrael. But Moshe Rabbeinu did not get to fulfill and complete the mitzvah. Rather, it tells us in Sefer Yoshua, V'as atzmos Yosef, and the bones of Yosef, asher he'olu b'nei Yisrael mitzrayim kivru b'Shechem. Klal Yisrael buried Yosef in Shechem. And on this, Chazal tell us, mitzvah nikres al shoim goimroi, that a mitzvah is called upon its completion. Though Moshe Rabbeinu started the mitzvah and began the mitzvah, he initiated it, it was Bnei Yisrael who completed it and received the reward. In Lamadata Torah Harbe, if you learned a lot of Torah, Noisrim Lechoschar Harbe, will give you a lot of, you'll get. Oh yeah, you'll get it. You'll get a lot of reward. V'nem man hu ba'al melachtecha, and always place your faith and your trust in the ultimate balabayas, sheyishalem schar pu'ulasecha, that he will in fact repay all of your hard work and all of your endeavors. V'da, and know, shematan scharim mishal adikim, that the reward of the righteous la'asid lavo, it comes in the world to come. Schar b'haya alma leka, reward in this world there is none. This world that we live in is but a prusdor. It is a conduit to the world to come, into the next world. As the Gemara in Eruvin says, Hayom la'asoisa, today it is to be done, to perform mitzvahs and to perform limanat Torah, ulemachar lekabel schar, and tomorrow to acquire your just rewards. Uba'al is dochek, and the balabayas is pushing. The Ribono Shel Olam is pushing. If you're lazy and exhibit atzelus and demonstrate through your actions laziness, lugubriousness, if the community at large is not observant and lazy, filling their time with mundane matters and not with Torah, Avodah, Gvilas Chasadim, then Hashem too is Dochek. He pushes off the final redemption. The Sefer Chazdei Avot says, Habal Abai is Dochek. The Baal Abayis, he's pushing. Kol ma shetorach Baal Abayis torach ela bishvili. Everything that the host did, he's doing for me. Hayosheves padanim makshivim lekolech. Shir Hashirim tells us you're sitting in a garden of Eden. Me, you. Listen to the voice of the Ribono Shel Olam. Hashem is pushing, Hashem is dochek. I'd like to suggest a play on words. V'habal abayis dofek. God is knocking on the door. Open it. Let him in. B'viaz goel. HaMoshiach b'mheira v'yameinu. Thank you for joining us so far. And hopefully we will continue in Mirz Hashem after Shavuos. Kol Tuv.